You know how hard it is for people generally to ask for help, and for lawyers to ask, I think it's even harder because we're trained to help people. We're trained to fix problems, not to have problems. The Lawyers Care Fund is the one opportunity that we as attorneys have to help our colleagues in a very meaningful way. Maybe they've been in an accident, had a catastrophic illness, or maybe the lawyer has passed away and their family has no means of support. This is a program where they can come to us and seek financial assistance, and it's really the only one like that.
Bob was a litigator, and he handled large insurance defense cases. He had been a litigator really from the start of his career. We graduated law school, we went to law school together. When Bob was first diagnosed, my immediate impulse was, he's my best friend and love of my life, and all I want to do is fill the rest of his life with as much joy as possible. He was open and honest, with his law firm that he worked at, and he told them of his diagnosis, and then later that week he was terminated from his job. It was like the rug was pulled out from under us, so that when my friend recommended that we come to the Illinois Bar Foundation and talk about the Lawyers Care Fund, and then subsequently being awarded, the grant money, it really was, a lifeline. Like I said, like somebody threw me a rope and I was drowning and they were pulling me in. That financial assistance, it's really made all the difference. I mean, it's given me, room to breathe so I can focus on Bob, but also beyond that, just the emotional support. Being a litigator, he was able to handle these unbelievably, I could barely describe what he did, these unbelievably complex cases, and then just have that taken away from you by a physical illness is, it feels pretty cruel, but then to lose your job and, to have people that were your colleagues and friends basically tell you that you are no longer valued, so much so that you weren't even allowed to stay in the office for very much longer. When you'd just been dealt that blow, I just really can't tell you how traumatizing that was. At a time when he really needed people to tell him that he was still valued and to tell him that he was still smart.
I had practiced over 50 years. I just had what I considered to be a general practice. And you needed a lawyer, I could help you. That was the philosophy that I had.
About 3 years ago, my father had stroke and a heart attack. So I reached out to many organizations, and the Illinois Bar Foundation answered right away.
The kids got connection with somebody from the Illinois Bar, and he came over and talked to us. Do you remember that?
Yes.
That turned out to be very, very good.
He wasn't planning on retiring until his heart attack and stroke. He was able to work, and that's what he was doing.
We all kind of think we're invincible, and we're not. So when something happens, there's been no advanced planning for it.
The most satisfaction, I think, was when I was representing individuals in their problems, whatever they might be.
I think he found it difficult to let that go. He still wants to be engaged and wants to help people and solve problems. It's important for people to understand that there's resources out there, and the Illinois Bar Foundation is there to help.
The funding that we've received has made such a difference in our lives. So if they ever wonder, am I making a difference? You are making a difference. You're making a very real difference to myself, to my husband, to our 4 children. Every single day, we think about how grateful we are. To know that there are people in your corner, it makes such a difference.